What happens when a retired coaching legend decides to give his time back to the community, but he's too humble to give an on-camera interview? We bring the cameras to him. This is Truckin' with Steve Lineweaver. This is not your normal food run.
No.
Kroger's right down the street.
Yeah.
There's like 20 middle schools and elementary schools all around. You've been around. You worked in Katy, you worked in South Lake, you came to HEB and you stayed. Why?
I've always wanted to tell this story. My dad was a social worker. He was a general secretary for the YMCA in West Texas towns. The last one he served in was in Abilene, Texas. In the late 50s, the high school was segregated. There was a distinct black part of town, for lack of a better word, distinct brown part where Hispanic lived, and nobody thought much about it. My dad would go to these communities, take his bus. I'd be the only gringo playing there with them, not knowing that this was kind of purposeful on my dad's part. When I needed to go to the doctor, he took me to an African American doctor. All the little things that kind of added up later. My dad would bring busloads of Hispanic kids to the Y. Well, you see, the YMCA back then in the late 50s was the 24-hour fitness. All the rich oil men went there to get massages upstairs, and this was a nuisance to them to have these boys of different color in a very segregated time. And they're the one that had the money. My dad got fired eventually because of this. He had his master's degree in social work. My mom put her foot down, we're staying. My dad sorted mail for 25 years at midnight at the post office the rest of his life, and volunteered at the YMCA during the day, the place that fired him. Trinity is the most diverse high school. This is data proven in the United States. It's 5th in the world. I think I was prepared for that when I was 6 and 7 years old. That's why Trinity was special to me. If we want that better world, if we want heaven on earth is what it's meant to be, it's not meant to be all stored up for us in heaven, it's meant to be heaven on earth. Then we have to slow down, pause, allow ourselves to be interrupted, and believe that everyone that's walking on this earth is God's child, and treat them as such.